Hey, how you doing? Aidan here at Petzlove. Our video today is about my new favourite product. One thing about owning a pet store is every couple of weeks you have a new favourite product you can't live without. So it's one of the best things about the job. So this is going to be Ruff Life Gear tangle-free leash. So I've been skeptical at those over the years. They've been trying to get me to bring these into my store for a long time now, and I've always been a little skeptical. I mean, you just look at it and it just doesn't look like it's going to be secure. You look like you don't have control over your dog. One of my concerns was, is it even strong enough? Well, I took it out for 2 hours on the trail the last day, a couple of days back, with my 45-pound mixed breed. He's a Corgi cattle dog. He's a very powerful dog. And then my 9-pound Shih Tzu puppy. He's 6 months old. So they're good dogs to try it on because of the size range and because of the different ways they walk. My puppy's obviously extraordinarily curious, so he's weaving in and out all the time, going in and out into the grass, and my other dog's a puller. So what I loved about this is that it's definitely secure, it's definitely strong, and I do have full control. I mean, once you stretch this out, it's just like any other leash, except that it's really ultra lightweight. The pull aspect of it, when that dog pulls, is I feel about 50% less pressure on my arm, or I walk hands-free as well, and we'll go over that in just a second. So there's various sizes, various colors. They love their hot pinks and their purples, so they have a lot of colors just to suit your dog's personality, your own personality. Different size clips, so you have the small one here for the little dog, larger ones as you go up. The main difference between these leashes is going to be the traffic handle. So a traffic handle on a leash, a lot of people aren't familiar with what that is, but basically you can hold this so that the dog is held close to you. If you're crossing the street, that's what I call a traffic lead, anything like that. You can hold them real close and have full control. This is available on a lot of different style leashes as well. It's not exclusive to this or anything like that. So if you want to hold close control as you walk across the street, if you're in the city, in the town, just in a busy intersection, this is a must-have, and lots of leashes have it. Just happens to be on one of these Ruff Life Gear leashes as well. So I took the dogs out for about 2 hours, and I tried every which way. I tried it in the front clip. I tried to get the dog tangled up in it. I couldn't. So if you have a no-pull harness that clicks in the front, one of the downsides to that is that the dog has a tendency to step over the leash and get himself tangled up. I tried every which way from standing right next to him to try to get him to step over this and get tangled up, and he wasn't able to. Simple reason is that when this is extended, it wants to pull back up. It doesn't want to go down to the ground. So it doesn't fall flat on the pavement for the dog to step over it and get tangled up. To walk my dog for 2 hours and not have to, and for him not to get tangled up is pretty impressive. So I walk two ways. I walk my little Shih Tzu as a handheld. What I loved about this in terms of handheld was it's so big and comfortable. It's one of the most comfortable leashes I've ever held, and it's super lightweight. So I was just, instead of having to grip, I normally like to walk hands-free, but with two dogs I haven't figured that out yet. So I just don't like having to grip it like this all the time. So with my little 9-pound Shih Tzu, I was just able to kind of do it like this. And if he would pull, I just grip it. So it's big enough for me just to hold loosely in my hand and not have to have a constant grip on it all the time. So it's more comfortable for me to walk with. For my 45-pounder, I always walk hands-free with him. I found that better during training. He responded much better. So we have an Ollie Dog belt here, which is basically a belt that goes around your waist. This opens up, and you can attach any leash in here and close it back up again. So any leash becomes a hands-free leash. So I was very impressed with the hands-free aspect of this. First of all, again, the pressure when he pulled was about 50% less than what I would feel on a regular lead. The other thing is that I jog with him. I don't bike with my dog, running alongside, but I do jog and run with him. He did get tangled up in it. As he pulled, there was no real pressure on pulling me either side. So I think combined with the Ollie Dog and belt and turning this into a hands-free leash is probably the best thing I've seen as far as if you bike or run or jog with your dog. He's not going to get tangled up in it. When he veers from side to side, it isn't going to instantly pull you off track. You have got that stretch. And if he drops back beside you, and the leash goes lax, they have a tendency to walk over that leash and get tangled up. That means you're going to get off your bike, you're going to interrupt your run, and untangle the dog. With this, it won't happen. So you get less interruption in your run or less interruption in your biking. So again, you would need a belt to the kind of like the Ollie Dog boulder belt here to turn this into a hands-free leash for running, jogging, or biking. Highly impressed. I'm going to bring another one home, so I'm going to be walking until I find something else that I really like, and then be walking both of my dogs with these. I thought it was excellent. So again, that's Ruff Life gear combined with the Ollie Dog, and you have the traffic handle, you have the different size clips, and highly impressed with it. Sorry I didn't pick it up a number of years ago. So any questions on it, you can always contact Petzlove via email, via Facebook. We have an Instagram account, and I'll come down to the store and pick one up.